Well, Wells Fargo is bullish on Apple, playing up the benefits of China's iPhone sales and AI in its new note. Aaron Rakers is the firm's equity strategist. Aaron, great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.
What struck me in the conference call, Aaron, is that you actually asked that very question in terms of China. We've gotten so many data points from a Counterpoint Research, for instance, which shows down 19% in terms of sales. Their research shows that. IDC down 10% in terms of shipments for this quarter. And you asked, what are we missing here? Did you get a good answer in your view? Are you satisfied with their China business?
Well, I think Tim answered the question, spot on, which is basically he could talk to his business. I mean, clearly, to your point, Counterpoint Research, but even the internal smartphone data within China showed like a 30+% decline, at least in the first 2 months of this most recent quarter. So I guess the answer is somewhere, underneath of the shipment number. You mentioned earlier mix. They mentioned offline that, strong mix of iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max. So we think that's certainly a variable. But for them to grow, given the data points in this last quarter, was pretty notable, and why we actually asked that question.
What do you think the dynamics of the China market will be, even in a strong iPhone cycle, Aaron? I'm just wondering, because they were really relying on mix in terms of the newer phones, the more expensive phones. Is that the kind of market dynamic that we are going to expect in China? Because that would seem to me then they're going to be ceding a lot of market share to some of the other competitors that have cheaper phones.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be competitive, and Tim alluded to that quite a bit on the call last night. I think one other consideration is that they even grew without the tough compare when adjusting for the impact of channel fill and such last year. So we think, look, it's going to be a competitive market. We think there's a strong market in China for feature-rich phones. And we think the upgrade opportunity going into the next generation iPhones later this year presents a positive driver for the company, which is why we've stuck by our overweight rating.
Hey, Aaron, so it's Tim. Thanks for joining. I see your price target. It's actually posted on the screen right now of 225. Talk about the multiple behind that. And again, where you are relative to the last 5 years in Apple. At times, there's been a real argument for a peak Apple multiple relative to itself. And do you think that's here?
Yeah, so first of all, I think, our note going into this print was more cautious, right? We thought maybe the stock, it was going to be a tough quarter. We thought we could see possibly a pullback in the shares, but clearly both the China growth, but also the services growth, and now kicking forward to this AI narrative, we think there's catalyst ahead. So when we look at the valuation, we believe the stock can hold kind of a high 20 multiple, if not 30. Over the last 5 years, it's traded right at a median multiple of around 25. And one other consideration I'd highlight is the fact that Apple includes stock-based comp in their full earnings number. It's about close to 10% dilution to the EPS line. So we think the valuation into that high 20 multiple range, comparable to what we've seen over the last 5 years, is justified given the breadth of what Apple has, and also the free cash flow, and as you guys mentioned, the capital return earlier in the call.
Aaron, when you talk about catalysts again, you just mentioned like heading into the print, and I said this on Monday. I would have loved to have seen just the kind of quarter that they released and nothing else. I think the stock likely would have traded down off that or been flat-ish. It certainly wouldn't have gapped up 8%, in my opinion. And then that could have set up for a decent trade, if you will, into WWDC. So talking about catalysts, you've followed this company for a long time. They're going to give us a good sense of what the software looks like, but where generative AI is going to live supposedly on this device, right? And enabling a bunch of services. So do you expect in the fall any whiz-bang sort of product coming from Apple based on generative AI that will cause a meaningful upgrade iPhone cycle?
Well, one of the things we've put in our note is that, there was a research paper published by Apple back a month or so ago talking about how they're going to use smaller models using partnerships. I know, others today have highlighted, Google, and that's been reported. But, we think that they can, do a multimodal large language model on device that's going to be quite attractive and differentiated. I think, the other thing that was brought up in a call, I mean, Apple does not spend nearly the CapEx, 30, 40 billion of CapEx that some of these other hyperscale cloud customers do. And so we think that's attractive in the financial model. The final thing I would highlight is just, important to remember, Apple's been embedding AI processing neural engines in their SoCs since 2017. So they have a long track record, deep silicon capabilities, which I think is core to the differentiation for the story.